smooth and everything. Let's see what happens. There. Yes, I mean, hello Afro. Sorry about the delay. Yeah, it is. It's Mr. Rorschach. I was planning to do him yesterday, but we got Adrian instead. Now this means no facial features, just a mask. Now when I draw Spider-Man and these kind of characters, I really don't like it too much, or I really like the poses, especially swinging, but not too much when drawing their faces when they have masks on. So, but it's nothing we can do about that now. Rorschach has a very small hat. It's not the biggest one though. He is powerful though. I was kind of amazed that he's very skilled. He's a skilled fighter and very powerful. I mean, I felt he had like superhuman strength at some point, especially while fighting Adrian. I like to call him Adrian. So I'm going to do him a bit buffed, because I always feel that he's more stronger than he lets himself be or be shown. I don't know what his secret is. Maybe it's all his vegetables with a lot of protein with it too. Who knows? Now the hat, like I said, is not a very big hat. Oh yeah, the canned beans. Forgot about that. Beans have a lot of protein, so you're absolutely right there, Mr. Afro. Now we unlocked that secret. Also his posture, I'm making him buffed because I feel that he isn't buffed. I mean, even in the movie, I felt how he moved, how he fought, and how he was posing at times. He felt like a dude with a lot of muscles. Hey, Nick Receipts, how are you, man? Welcome back. Yeah, this is Rorschach. Every everyone's favorite nut. Are we allowed to say that about him? I'm pretty sure he will not like that. Now let's see. Well, I exaggerated, of course, his posture, but I will fix it by, just so I know where the muscles are, but I will not ink it like that. Let's see what kind of a, I'm not sure what I will give him. It's always emotions, this stuff. I'ma ad-lib the whole thing. Hey user, you for my 3 something, how are you? Hi. And welcome. Yeah, I think you're right there, Nick, with this. It depends on the mood. And I bet the mask is always in motion. That kind of cool. I don't know how if it was explained in a graphic novel. I mean, was he using like nanobots? I think that's what I think. Yeah, you're right, the Afro. I haven't seen too much of him lately. I felt I really liked him too, and I felt he was going to be featured more in future movies. Let's see if he will join the MCU maybe. I know Afro, you're not a big fan of it, but he's he's a good actor, I feel, and could do some good. I think the hat will be the thing that I need to concentrate on. What kind of a hat is that, man? Kind of looks like Sukuna all of a sudden. Let's change the pen. Yeah, that kind of looks cool though, I feel. Afro, what you felt about the new Rorschach introduced in the crossover? We were talking about it yesterday. I didn't like the new Rorschach. I think he was like the son of the psychiatrist, I think, in the prison, if I remember it correctly. No, exactly. He wasn't very interesting. He didn't disturb me either, but I felt I really liked the original Rorschach, and he was very interesting character, of course. I'm a lot for that, for like interesting characters. Yeah, he kind of looks like a Rorschach. Yes, he does. Yeah, I felt the hat necrosit neck with this the hat was a little bit difficult to do because when I read the graphic novel and saw the movie, I felt it was like kind of felt like an Indiana Jones kind of a hat. But now watching while I'm drawing him, I'm like, it is very small compared to Indiana Jones's hat. So we needed to go easy on it. Now this guy felt a lot better than Ozymandias yesterday. I don't know what happened with Ozymandias. I didn't like the results in the end. I felt he looked kind of strange. There. Yeah. Yeah, Afro. It was like but I think that was what the fans wanted. The fans wanted the comedian to finally get his payback because I mean, reading Watchmen, it was like we all felt a little bit sorry for the comedian and what Ozymandias did to him. So it was kind of a lot of fun to see, though, the comedian finally being able to fight back. I felt he couldn't fight back in the graphic novel because he was drunk. He had, if I believe, he was drinking whiskey or something. And of course Adrian was counting on it because he's very calculating, and he calculated the circumstances, and he knew that he was drinking. This is why he beat him very, very easy. He didn't only beat him, he unalived him, right? I forgot he had this. These are very important, but I forgot about them. And let's begin the cross-hatching. Yeah, Afro, he is. But if we go back to that crossover, I enjoyed it, like I said. One thing that I liked, and of course it was a bit of a stretch, I feel, but in the graphic novel, Dr. Manhattan is saying, I'm leaving this galaxy for another one, more interesting, or something like that. And then of course DC made it that he went to visit the DC universe. That's where he went. And if I understand it right, he was very interested in Superman. Because reading the graphic novel, you always felt like, I wonder where he went, man. He can't just disappear like that. But I never understood the ending either. Because, no, I'm not talking about the graphic novel, I'm talking about the ending of the crossover. I always forget the name of it. I remember he got inspired by Superman somehow, and he went back as a child somewhere and started over. I can't remember where he went though, So my question is this, Afro, with all the knowledge, where is he today, Dr. Manhattan? I mean, I understood that he started over as a child, but is he like around there somewhere in the main DC universe? Hey, JJ Man Drawing, how are you, man? And Aaron Ban Akanix, what? Welcome. Gracias. My day is very good, man. Mr. JJ Man. You are Mr. JJ Man. Okay. So he's a baby. He's like an infant at this point. I never understood it like that though, that he became a baby. But like I say, I don't remember too much about it. I just remember he was a child. Maybe it was that child. But that's a sad ending to that character, I feel. I feel he deserves more than just like giving away his life essence. It's a difficult character to do something with him, I feel. I mean, even the television series, they didn't know what to do with him, I felt, either. I felt I made him a bit weak in the television show. He was unrecognizable like that, being weak. But the thing also that I like about the graphic novel is that he's very powerful, but in some ways he's like the weakest link and the weakest of them all, because he was easily manipulated, I felt, by Adrian, because Adrian knew which button to push to make him do all these horrific things that he did. No, I didn't read Pax Americana. Does that feature him too, Dr. Manhattan? Hey, Katarina Nobish. Katrina Nobish. Hello, Kettans. I'm saying Kettans because I don't know if I can say the whole word. Welcome. Well, Karina Noish, I'm good. Hello, Murph. How are you? Long time no seen. You changed your name, Murph. This is why I didn't recognize you. I was worried you were an ex. That's a joke, by the way. So how is everything, Murph? Really? So you didn't change it, but this is your real name, Katrina. Is that your real name? Well, you don't need to answer that, by the way, Murph. I'ma still call you Murph, though. Okay, okay, Afro. So there's a different version of him. I thought he was like one of a kind in the multiverse. I thought they weren't. He was just one. I didn't know there were like other versions of him. That means that he can come back, though. He can like show up in the DC universe again if there are other versions of him out there. And we all know that there are always evil versions of everybody in the multiverse. It would be cool to see an evil Dr. Manhattan. Katrina, it was a while ago. Oscar, I see him occasionally, and sometimes on the other app. He has a different name there, and Ciliar occasionally too appears. It's more when they have like free time from school or something. Maybe now when they're all free from school and stuff, in the Christmas vacation or something, they'll pop up here and say hi. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Sometimes, like just like it happened with you, Murph, people change their names and they like appear and they're like, "How are you? You don't remember me?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." Yeah, we can see who it is though. Hello, Reed Dowler. Hi. Well, thank you. But what have you been doing, Murph, lately? I mean, are you busy at school too? Which is kind of logic though, because school is important. Young people, remember that. Oh, okay, nice, Murph. That makes a lot of sense, and of course you should put all your energy in that. Okay, so Afro, what was the name of that? Pax Americana, and that's a DC. Is that an event or just a comic book? Like an alternative something? Oh, okay. Multiversity I've heard of, yes. I need to check it out on Multiversity. Sounds awesome. But it sounds familiar to me when you were talking about it. Well, you know about my bad memory, so maybe I've read it too. Who knows? My bad memory is legendary. There, I feel I'm more happy with this guy than I was with, like I said, Mr. Ozymandias yesterday. Now here we can see who it is anyways. Thank you for the thumbs up, Mr. Afro. Yes, Nekvisit. Look, you have a new name every time I mention you. Now it's Nekvisit. Yeah, it went better. It felt better. It felt good all the way. And yesterday it didn't. I don't know why. Some days are like that. It happens to all of us. But yeah. But I've said it many times before. Every time you feel you're failing, you're learning something new. And I didn't feel that I failed yesterday. It's just that I did something different than usually. And I don't know what, but of course I learned something from it. And the question is what, but I don't know. So let's compare. Let's see Adrian from yesterday. His face kind of looks weird. Let's see if we can help him with some plastic surgery. Like so. Or is he beyond help? He's a lost cause, maybe. There. But anyways, here's Rorschach. Here's another piece of art. I wonder if I can sell this. Let's see. We need to do something with this that I just forgot about. Forgot about this space up here. It is an important space, of course. There. That was what we needed in the end. Yeah, you're right about that, Afro. But I'm not allowed, you know. This is why this is fan art, and that's it. It will stay fan art. But it's a lot of fun to do, to be honest. But I'm gonna do some more of my OCs, and them, of course, I can sell if I want to later or now. Let's see what happens. I don't know. In those kind of thinking, that kind of thinking, you need a plan. And I'm a man with no plan at this point. But who knows what happens tomorrow? Maybe I'll just wake up one day and feel like I'm a man with a plan. Okay, my friends, me and Rorschach here are signing off. But that's awesome, Afro. What kind of things did you frame? I mean, did you do your own stuff? Let's hear about it. Did you post them? Can we see them? Kittens, of course I can draw Spider-Man, but it will not happen today though. I could do him tomorrow if you show up tomorrow and remind me of it. Okay, Nekvisit, thank you for the visit. Thank you, Kittens. That sounds awesome, Afro. I'd like to see that. So, but you only work with the frame. That's kind of cool, though. It means that you're used to working with your hand. You know some craft. Okay, Afro. I understand. I'm gonna check out your page, man, to see what you're hiding. What kind of secrets you're hiding there. Okay, my friends. That's it. It's getting late. Sadly. But it was fun. I like this guy. Let's see if we have more Watchmen tomorrow. I don't know who's left. But let's see, man, what will happen tomorrow. So hopefully we'll find something cool to do tomorrow. Or maybe I'll just do Spider-Man. Let's see what happens, though. Okay, my friends. I'm gonna wish you all a good night, good evening, and take good care of yourself. Me and Rorschach here signing off.